Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, that's fabulous. Rudiger clears it away. Now it's Sorloth. Sorloth unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, played through for the wide man.
Oh, really well played.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's McKennie. That's a little off target. A probing pass. No, that's been intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. Looking to play him in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Showing good feet. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Kukçu. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal, Milan! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So, a breakthrough already. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now it's Sorloth. That is lovely. Szoboszlai does well to get it back. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's shifting through the gears here. He's had it taken off him. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he can clear it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, super find. He's found the way through. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite... Oh, that is asking for trouble. And here's Vinicius Junior. Up towards the front line. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. And that has been slung wide. It is a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now it's Bissouma. And now a sudden chance to counter. Timber wins the duel this time. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Kukçu gets a foot in here. That's been slit through. And he cuts out the supply. Bissouma.
Israel clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Yamal carries the ball down the right. That's good vision.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now, can they get him away? Solot is herring after that one. Played into space out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Deep cross. Chiellini. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And that was very necessary. It'll be a throw-in. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
McKennie, Llorente, and he's had it nicked away. Llorente was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Threads one in, played in deep.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Swung over, still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, that pass isn't the best. Saliba. Looking for options for movement. Drives it in. Rudiger attempts a clearance. There will be a throw-in.
Cambio di giocatori.
He's having a shot! And he's managed to get rid. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Mbappe going full tilt down the left. He has found the way through. Crosses it in here. Courtois deals with that nice and simple.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607 spettatori.
Yamal, that was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, it's Solot. Knocks it into space. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Van Dijk can get it clear. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Nico Williams looking to run onto it.
Israel really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That's a cute ball. That has ended up in no man's land. Saliba. McKennie. Tries to pass it through. He's a sharp little ball here. Yamal's cross. He can get that clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He won't be happy with that one. And that is as far as they're going to go. Van Dijk cuts it out. And he's managed to get free. Real, and the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8. Il numero 95.
That has been
Attenzione, un
slung
cambio.
wide. He is through here. Chiellini eases the ball away from him. Short changes him with that pass. Milan leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Bissouma, McAllister.
Israel really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. De Bruyne. He's got away. Crosses it in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. I think we're just about done here. Nico Williams. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's that. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway.
I hope I don't seem biased towards my compatriot, but I really think John O'Shea could have a very big role to play here.
Listen, you don't win all the medals that he's won without doing something right, do you?
Exactly. And I think he's going to have a busy game covering all sorts of defensive positions, especially when the team's on the front foot. That's when his versatility really comes into its own.
Neymar looking to penetrate opposition lines. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Hernandez. De Bruyne. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's a really well-measured ball. Decent progress down the left. De Bruyne. Oh, nicely intercepted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Milan with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Foot in. Oh, that's fabulous. Good read, needed to be.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Molina carries the ball down the right. Chiellini gets it away. Nicked it back promptly. Doué. He could be in here. And he whips it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And here's Haaland. Now, can they get him away? He's had a shot! Goal! Milan! There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Takes a shot! It's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Now it's Haaland. Haaland is fouled. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make it.
Marmouche! It's loose and there's a race. He's going for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Marmouche really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has been cut short. Milan finding their passes. Haaland! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's De Bruyne. That's a good ball out wide. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Driving forward. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Marmouche. O'Shea. Looking for options for movement. Marmouche! In for the pieces! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Milan go into the lead. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Now it's Doué. He has found the way through. That looks a good cross. Corner number 2 then. He can get that clear. And here's Marmouche. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And here's Haaland. Played out to the right. Doué. And here's Doué. Milan given another corner. Milan have their third corner.
Ci saranno 3 minuti
It's
di
out
recupero.
for a goal kick. Joelinton picks it up from the goal kick. Now that looks a decent ball. Nicely aimed pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Saliba. Joelinton. Now it's Haaland. And the first 45 minutes are up. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Brilliantly cut out. And that has been clubbed away. Serginho. Now it's Haaland. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. And it's Joelinton. Joelinton was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Serginho gets across to intercept that. And here's Haaland. Can he get it through? He's through, now is he in? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Knocks it out wide. O'Shea. Doué. Hernandez gets it clear. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And he's opted for the long pass. Couldn't squeeze it through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Danger averted for now. The ball is loose and the oh, they could be caught out here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Hernandez.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Aimed beyond the defence.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He is through here.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Played into space. That looks a good ball through. Spila gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that's gone route one. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10, numero 24, numero 19. Lasciano il campo per il numero 14. Messi, il numero 11, il numero 7.
And here's Elise. It's a good spell of possession, this. That's a cute ball. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. He's got away. And the finish! It's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real...
And Messi! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Oh, he's been flattened there. No way through, so back it comes.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Milan looking to pass their way through. Now it's Dani Olmo. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Out towards the flank. The final 5 minutes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's a really well-measured ball. Rudiger gets a foot in here. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
2 minuti di recupero.
Played out to the left flank. Dani Olmo goes on a run down the left wing. O'Shea. Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. Molina cuts it out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So, it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Beckham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Beckham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Serginho has got himself a free kick. Olise running with the ball. Olise! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And here's Forlan. Out to the left it goes. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get it through? Deftly out wide. Mbappe. Looking for a runner. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with...
He's gone for goal! Fantastic from Elise! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Manchester United are in front now, the game's only goal. Tries a shot! Oh, taken with style. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Beckham.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Ambitious ball here. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Looking for options for movement. Yamal receives it in a wide position. He's had it taken off him. Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And a chance! Pedri has created one goal already. Well, they can break here. Threads one in. Now that's well seen too. Elise is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And it's Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. He's going for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Drilled in low.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
João Neves. And here's Neymar. Shoots! Well, got to be quick to recover this. Beckham. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without...
Chance, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Chiellini actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Mbappe! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Forlan. It's Forlan! Now, oh, he's been caught on it here. It's fallen kindly here. Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Manchester United go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Oh, what a... Oh, shooting chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And yes, it's him again. Forlan! Oh my word, that is quite something. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
Comfort,
80.314
yet more
spettatori.
comfort, easing away. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Nicely shaped ball. And this is Forlan. Big chance! Big chance! Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Closing in on goal. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's worked it through. Pedri engages and forces him off the ball. Olise has it in a wide position. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Pinches it off him. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Hernandez goes on a run down the left wing. And he plays one through. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Searching pass he's played there. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's neat. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Yamal. And this is Neymar. Serginho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rijkaard did well to stay calm there. That's good vision. It's Fulham! He scores! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Another one! This must be his personal high. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Olise gets into some space. Oh, robust challenge. Nice looking ball. Albert Ferrer cuts out the pass. Beckham. 4 added minutes on the board. Serginho is onto this. Tries to get it clear. And that is that. Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, this is a game where I really don't think I need to spell out who I'm expecting to provide the sparks. The name is Diego Maradona, and not just footballing royalty. I think what's more appropriate is godlike.
Yeah, the name itself strikes fear into the heart of opponents.
What a player.
Well read, nice interception. It's a really well-measured ball. Ball is over the line. Oh, can he get onto this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Maradona. Guti. And Guti! That's another chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He has found the way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Musiala. Oh, that's a very deep... There's the shot! It's there! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Yamal. Guti. Not much subtlety about that challenge. João Neves has given away a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Koundé. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's through here, and he's certainly onside. Can he finish? No mistake! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Now it's Yamal. Can he get it through? Oh, no joy this time. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That is good alertness. He's in a great position here. Crunching tackle. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Musiala knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Fired deep towards the back post. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Maradona. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that was very necessary. Decent progress down the left. Oh, he's been caught napping! Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Looking to play him in. Chiellini cuts out the pass. João Neves. Quality ball. Szoboszlai. Spread neatly, and he was quick to react. Musiala, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Hazard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for options for movement. Dink through. Mbappe receives it in a wide position. And that's been drilled in. Decent chance! Well, that has not gone well. Looking for the run. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Now it's Hazard. And that's a throw-in. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chiellini calmly anticipates. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that could set him on his way. And the shot! Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! There was to be only one outcome.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Milan go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And we hit half-time. Milan come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Milan are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And the second half gets underway. That's a good run down the left.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He is just caressing the ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Referee's given a throw. Saliba. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now this could be a chance. Guti. Oh, good-looking ball. Can he get onto this? O'Shea makes the interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Musiala. Now it's Hazard. Yamal, not the most accurate pass. Guti. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to play it through. And no, that was never going to make it. Guti. Yamal.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Yamal. No, it's come to nothing. Koundé. Here's Guti. That is ended up in no man's land. João Neves. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos. Musiala.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Great defending, strong and determined. Yamal. And it's O'Shea. Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That's been cut out, well played. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's face to face with the keeper. Takes a shot! And he hits the net! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Cambio di giocatori.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che parcheggiare nell'area circostante lo stadio è